Welcome to Say It in 4. I'm your host, Terrence Edwards. Joining me today, we have Charnetta Williams, Chanel Fladger, Brittany Crutchfield, and my boy, Daniel Smith. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
All right, so today's topic, it's been 30 years, Coming to America 2. Brittany Crutchfield, tell me how you feel about the storyline.
First off, before I say anything, I want to take off my hat, my wig, my lashes, my nails off to the fashion director for this movie, baby.
Okay.
Because they were on point. Every outfit, I was looking forward to the next scene, like what they go wear next. Between the men, the women, the babies, everything. Like, hats off to whoever was the costume director for that film.
Ruth Carter.
I just have to say.
And he did Wakanda too. They did the Wakanda
original.
It's a female.
Right.
Yeah.
The Wakanda vibes is up in there. Yes.
Yes, very much so. So I definitely have to get that out the way. So the story, it was a good storyline. It was a
Wait, hold up. You was about to snatch your wig for the costumes. With the storyline.
That was the most exciting part of the movie. That was the most exciting part of the movie. Was the costumes. I mean, it was cheesy. I'm sorry, it was cheesy.
Okay.
There were certain parts that was like, okay, they did all right. But all the little references to the first movie, the obvious references, I was like, y'all could have did without all of those. The one I did like was at the end with Randy Watson, baby. That one was the one I loved. But everything else was like, it was an okay storyline. You know what I mean? Like, it was okay. It held its own. It was for the culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was for the culture.
Daniel, thoughts on the storyline?
Man, I know Brittany and stuff talking about it was for the culture, but they could have kept that. They should have let the original just die down and let it be what it was, because I was watching it and I was like, okay, the plot is obvious. It's about to end the same way the first one ends. So yeah, the storyline did not do it for me. They should have went with the idea that the director that originally pitched it did. He had Michael B. Jordan being his son, and they had a whole different different storyline planned out. I feel like they should have went with a different storyline, but for the fact of talking about he had a son and he was drugged somehow and I was like, yeah, you could.
It was so fun.
Right. Chanel?
Oh, say, can you see? Coming to America. Okay, I had to do that. I'm sorry. I like the original one better because they tried to make it more 2021-ish, and I wasn't feeling that. Bring back the old one. But I didn't like the references from the first movie that was expanded to the storyline. I did enjoy that. But the thing that was funny to me was it took 30 years to find out Prince Hakeem had a son in Queens. King Hafi been 60 years old for 30 years.
Right.
King Hakeem's previous wife, because remember, Imani, the General Izzy's wife, was Imani, the one that was barking and hopping on one foot for 30 years. Because remember, in Coming to America 1, he had ordered her to bark and hop on one foot. Well, she's been doing it for 30 years. Then my boy Akeem go to New York at the barbershop, and none of them is dead. How y'all look like that 30 years later? Y'all still alive. So I was like, what is going on with this movie? And then General Izzy. The wigs, I know it was shot at Tyler Perry Studio, and I'm like, it was giving me Family and Medea vibes, Shamar Moore's wig, but no part to the. I said, what is going on with the hairstyles? I don't know what's going on with these wigs. They got to get it together. But definitely, it was very predictable. You already knew the daughter was going to be the new queen. Like, you kind of already figured it out. You knew Lavelle was going to find his true love. So it was a lot of those. That's the cheesy part because it was kind of predictable, but it was a good watch.
Charnetta?
Y'all are so harsh. I loved it. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Of course you did. You love everything, don't you? Yeah,
I love because Coming to America is like my #1 movie alongside Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. So I like those type of genre movies. And I feel like that it played to the same type of thing as the first one, so I liked it. The storyline I thought was good. It's playful. It's not like, they going for an Oscar or something. It's a feel-good movie.
It was cheesy.
So I enjoyed it.
It was good though. I'm not mad at you for that. It was kind of like
It was just
okay. I guess the way they try to put the whole son into the situation, I didn't like. I don't know. Maybe they could have picked another actor for the son. No disrespect. No disrespect.
He did a good job though. He did a good job.
He did okay.
He came in with a little swag. I got some Michael B. Jordan vibes for his entrance, like when he walked in as the prince.
Yeah.
And so it's funny that you said that because I was like, man, he came in kind of like, Killmonger in Black Panther just now. So.
Right.
So I'll tell you guys this because it's my turn, right?
Here you go.
I really no, honestly,
Wash your fingers, y'all.
I decided to cancel my Prime account after watching this. That's how bad it was. And the last time that I was this disappointed is when the pandemic started, because this movie was just atrocious to me. It had no type of,
No.
It had no type of substance. It had no type of value. They found the sun way too easy in New York. They landed in New York and they found the sun. That's way too easy. No type of background to the story.
Yeah, because the witch doctor had the sketch of the sun.
Right. And that's all they were going on was the sketch.
You spam.
Yeah, and then
it was hilarious.
And Zamunda, like when the prince met his wife to be, all the stuff like that, it was just like, it didn't make any sense to me. They didn't build anything. If you think about Coming to America 1, when Akeem met Lisa, they went on a dance, they went on a date, all of this stuff to build that up, where he was like, yo, I want it to be her. But this one, it wasn't anything there. He just gave her, the girl just gave the guy a ponytail, and that was really it.
They probably could have did without that part. The whole storyline of the son falling in love with this girl and just made it about the daughter rides into power instead.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, we waited 30 years for this? 30 years for this?
Y'all know the pressure of trying to do a sequel? Like, it's hard. Come to America was here. So everybody's
But this is my question.
It was hard to beat that.
We put Coming to America here now. When Coming to America came out, was it there? I think
so. I think so.
Well, we were all like 1 or 2 years old when it came out then.
Fair enough, because that was in 1988. But when I was old enough to watch it, like I did enjoy watching it. I will honestly say that. I would prefer to watch the first one than this one. But I do appreciate.
Plus, they wouldn't play it on TV this much if it wasn't there. Like it's one of the most played movies on television.
Yes,
exactly. Exactly.
And because of that, it's like cross generations. Like everyone knows.
Do you guys feel like they rushed the film a little bit though?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. It was cool. And like you said,
all the cameos made it enjoyable.
No, it was rushed because the story didn't make sense. Like it just was rushed.
When Gladys Knight came through with that midnight train in Zamunda, I was like,
you doing too much. I was jamming though. Not gonna cap. I was jamming. When she did that, I was jamming.
So let's talk about
shots that my boy talking about. You can't have a son of your own at the end of the song. I'm like, I thought we was on the midnight train to Zamunda.
Let's talk about those cameos actually. So we had Michael Blackson, Wesley Snipes, Tracy Morgan, Trevor Noah, Leslie Jones, Morgan in Vogue, Salt and Pepper, Gladys Knight, Rick Ross, Linnell, Tiana Taylor, John Legend. Somebody said John Legend was in there. Did y'all see John Legend?
At the very end, he was singing.
You didn't watch the credits. That means you didn't watch the credits.
So look at how many cameos they had.
Yeah, but they could have left Rick Ross out.
They were shooting in his house. That was probably his contract. Y'all gonna shoot in my house, I'm gonna be in this movie. Because that was his house.
That was his house. But Tiana, she did her part.
They could have left her out.
They could have left her out. Tiana Taylor, Brittany, no. Let me say this with Tiana Taylor. Because when the first 2 wardrobes was more of the African-inspired theme. And then towards the end, I'm like, wait, she
that white dress. She was real regular. Her hair was short and regular.
What is going on? I'm not. It was.
And what was Rotimi doing at the beginning? I'm like, bro.
I don't even know why they even put him in there. They didn't
like, what
to have a whole Wesley Snipes son.
Right.
No. But Rick Ross's African accent was trash. I was like, bro.
Rotimi probably was the only actor that was actually African.
I thought Wesley Snipes did an amazing job though. Like I feel like he's one of the few actors that can be leading male and do really character type acting.
Yeah.
So I thought I was rolling with his strolling and just his whole bit.
Funny.
I felt him and Eddie were giving me My Name is Dolomite vibes when the two of them were in the movie. I liked his part, yeah.
I'm sorry, but not his wig. I was like, bro,
That was horrible.
where is this that wig?
Are they cornrows? Are they twists?
What is
that?
I was like, what is that? What is going on?
It would have been great if they put Samuel Jackson in the film too. That would have been dope.
Right.
Got him, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Morgan Freeman?
It wouldn't have worked for Samuel because he wouldn't have been able to yell at nobody.
Curse everybody out, right?
You know,
have him come out of jail or something.
Every part. They made it PG-13, so Samuel was out.
Would have had Morgan in there cursing. They did. I was like, oh.
And he survived and bless his heart too.
Yeah, right.
Especially James Earl Jones. I said, woo.
Wait, that scene with James Earl Jones dying? I was like,
even the way he died, it was like, what was that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. How do you die at your own funeral?
He was like,
I'm gonna go now. Close my eyes. I'm done.
Honestly, but if we had like a time where we knew we was gonna die, kind of like that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake with the numbers, you only had a certain amount of time to live. That would be pretty lit to go to your own funeral and see like who's gonna be at my funeral. Because when you're dead and going, ain't nobody, you're not gonna know who's gonna be there. There might be someone that you don't want to be at your funeral. So I thought that was kind of weird. I'm thinking like, is he alive or is he like something in his head? Like, is he seeing himself? I didn't know what was going on with that.
Playing. Akeem just stood there looking at him. And I'm
right. No tears or nothing. I was like, what is this?
You definitely, it's not how Black people react when somebody dies.
Right.
But I low key was like, that's kind of a good idea. Like, if I knew I was dying, I think I'd want to have like a big party, be there, you know, kind of see. But y'all don't have to come to the funeral. We did the whole celebration.
Right. That was so cheesy. That part was the cheesy part. When he was like, okay, I'm going to die now. That was super cheesy.
Before we move on to the next segment, one of the greatest moments for me in that film is when Lisa's father was talking to Akeem and the father said, hey, what would your mother say for you to do right now? I think that was a great moment because remember in the first one, the mother said, hey, go get your wife. Go get your queen.
Ayo Leon.
Right, her. And she died back in 94, by the way. That's why she wasn't in the film.
Right.
I was wondering where she was at. So, All right, so let's move to the next segment. We're going to start with Chanel. Say it or don't say it at all. And what's your rank for the film?
I'm going to say it. I'm going to give it a solid 7. To me, it was a good watch. I like that expanded on the first Coming to America, but it could have been better with the storyline. It could have made more sense. It could have connected the dots a little bit more, but I'll give it a solid 7. And we're doing it for the culture, so I'm with it.
Charnetta?
I'm giving it an 8. I'm going to watch it again tonight.
Wow.
I loved it. I'll watch it again. Yes, it will be in regular rotation. Yes.
Good for you, girl.
Better than me.
Right, she's being nice.
Very.
Daniel?
I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna give it a 5. But you gotta watch it with friends. You cannot watch it by yourself.
Right.
Wow.
Nice. Good.
Okay.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah.
And Britt?
I'm gonna say don't say it. Just watch the first one and be good with that. Don't say it.
Dang. Just to put the wardrobe. You can't get nothing for the wardrobe. You was about to snatch it with the wardrobe.
That's it. And I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
For me, don't ever say this shit again. Ever again. All right? Ever again, don't say this shit. And I got to give it a 4. I had a 4 right here written down, actually. Where's it at? So my paper, look, right here. 4 out of 10 on the back. You can see it. 4 out of 10.
Right.
What'd you say, Netta?
Yeah, right.
Y'all just hate, you know what?
Nah.
And when they
you
come
know
at
what? The first one did have a story. It was about him falling in love was the storyline for the first one. So there was more there. In the second one, yes, it was a feel good.
You don't know what the story was. It the story of him finding his son? Was it the story of his son having a prince? Was it the story of his daughter trying to be a queen? Was it like what was the story? Was the story of the son finding love?
I think it was rushed. That was the term.
It was rushed. It was like an animated musical Disney film for me. That's what it was like with the music, all that stuff.
Oh my, like a High School Musical.
Yeah, it was just corny. Yeah.
Gotta get your head in the game. You gotta.
Yeah,
So-
that was it. That was it.
Here I Say It in 4, Coming to America 2, we gave it a 5.6. A 5.6 total.
That's accurate.
Damn, wow.
5.6. I'm sorry, whoever made the film. Kenya Barris, he was part of that too. It sucks. I don't know if y'all know him.
Good.
I
Yeah,
do.
he's good.
I'm not
He's
a
good.
Great. Kenya's great.
Yeah.
Blackish, grownish.
Yep.
Mix this.
So
Black,
thank you.
Black AF, yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Terrence Edwards. We got Daniel Smith, Charnetta Williams, Chanel Fladger, and Brittany Crutchfield. Join us next time for Say It in 4. Take care.